Hello, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to another live trading session. And what a move, no? What a move. It's everyone enthusiastic yet about the move? Today we'll make the plans from scratch. We'll analyze what we have, how we can trade it, how we can take advantage of the moves, and so on. Hello. Good morning. Yeah, we are slowly coming up into the main area of interest. I'll highlight from the weekly time frame to lower time frame. And as you can see, actually here on the weekly, we kind of rejected. Yeah, because I know a lot of people they are waiting for this 79,300 area and 8060. But I don't know if we have that much strength. I don't know if we have that much strength. I mean, looking at the daily time frame, we have such a hard time passing this area here. Yeah, we'll go on weekly and explain in detail all the moves that I'm expecting. Until then, let's give it 1 more minute so everyone who wants to hop up can join the live. By the way, don't forget to leave a like, and a retweet. It helps the algo a lot. Yeah, it helps the algo a lot. And let's find some setups. And regarding requests, I don't want to repeat it too many times. So if you have any chart request, you go here, time frame and ticker. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, more than 100 people. We can actually start. Let's get it up. Okay. So let's look at Bitcoin, yeah? Let's look at Bitcoin. So what I asked everyone, like the ones from our communities, to be relaxed, to look at the move in a cerebral way, like technical manner, not emotional, because emotions will destroy your portfolio. And I bet a lot of people will get emotional this week. Regarding to a macro bottom, no, for me, no such thing. I, in my books, not even if it cures cancer, will front run the GP. And I don't think it cured cancer yet. Yeah. I don't think it cured cancer. Or maybe if it cured cancer, let me know. Maybe I did a mistake and I didn't use. So technically speaking, we can look at the 2021, yeah, previous all-time high and the first fake high, and that would be our current demand, yeah, 69,000. That we can highlight it as a local demand. And we can clearly observe that we have a really hard time getting past this 2025 April low, all right? So we are just ranging. In my opinion, this is just a bigger range where the market is squiggling exactly the same range which we had here, nothing else. It's not a breakout, it doesn't go to all-time high tomorrow and stuff like that. So play it accordingly. Um, Now, okay, let's go on monthly. Previous month high, not even taken out. So, and you can see usually I mean, we have a bear trend here. It's a downtrend here, clearly. After a previous month high sweep, look at what happened. It went even lower. So this would be a really nice uh, hedge shorting um, opportunity. Yeah. 1 second. All right. And if we go on weekly time frame, you can see we have a very hard time fighting with this bar candle here. All right. So we have kind of a hard time. All right. So we concluded the first area of resistance. You can see already we have some issues. It can pump higher here into 79, 8,000, 80,000. Yeah, but I don't know. It's already trying to reclaim below previous swing highs, which makes me think that it's a bit weak at the moment. But I would love to short from higher. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I would love to short from higher. And if we look at this one, okay, the POC sits there. I'm really curious at the VWAP from this pivot high. Okay, that's taken as support. This one, and then this one. All right, we have them there. So we can have an initial bounce here, something like this, the previous area of resistance. But we'll go into the setups later on. Now, definitely this is a baiting for shorts for the moment because they are creating liquidity. But the point with this liquidity and what I'm trying to highlight is that it will be taken really fast, all right? Like here, like as we can see also here, they were building liquidity. Everyone started chasing, and the move happened twice as fast as the consolidation. So this is what I'm implying when usually I'm speaking about 50-50 again, that we have a slow grind to the upside and then the dump it's twice as fast than the consolidation. So the more we slowly grind to the upside, indeed we'll have a potential buying climax, a pivot where lots of positions will start aping and we get a fast wick to the upside and that's it. That's why I do think that somewhere around here, 79, 300, or even here at the POC, 78, 218 would be a good shorting opportunity for swing trades, hedge short, all right? Let's look also from a channel perspective, maybe. Even from a channel perspective, we can observe that this area will be the top. And then if we take a FIB from this top to this area, there we go. We don't even have a 61.8. So that will be a dump chaser, 38.2. 38.2. Right now, we just retested 38.2 and look at the rejection, quite hard. So whatever the price will do, I'll start looking for intraday trades, maybe here, some shorts, but I don't have yet a setup. Paul highlighted this nice and we'll get into Ethereum later on. But if you don't know how to trade and if you don't know how to risk manage accordingly, I don't advise anyone to just protect your capital and have patience. And don't trust the FOMC rallies. I was having a pivot here, which was highlighting the fact that I'll put back the drawings in a second. But it was highlighting the fact that why it's not showing the past ones. Uh, Damn it. But you can see the last one, two, three, four ones or whatever, they have been really pivot moments. That's why I'm trying to say that they have been key pivot moments in time. So if now we are pumping into supply, I don't see how FOMC will be a bottom signal here. If we start pumping and pumping and pumping, and FOMC will catch us here. It's like catching you with the pants on on your what's the saying? Catching you with the pants down. All right. So I don't get it how it would be a bullish pivot. Indeed, if we would have had this AMD, which I was looking for initially here, and we were about here, and I would have seen something like this, that would have been a really nice buying opportunity for me. But in this moment in time, just pushing and pushing and pushing, this doesn't seem like a buying opportunity, and I'll definitely not start bidding here uh, on Bitcoin. So for me, it's just still looking for lower, and I'm not bearish. Trust me, I'm here to make money. I'm not bullish neither. I'm here to make money, and I'll play the setups accordingly. Here, I'll not try to short too aggressively, even though we have a Monday high sweep, and we can speak about an intraday play with Monday high, Monday low. That's about scalping. We'll go on 5-15 minutes a little bit later on. But to finish off my weekly and monthly thesis, we didn't even pass this April 2025 pivot low resistance supply, and everyone is just screaming and cheering. And not to speak about 80,000, 80.6. So let's play level by level. Uh, as I was also highlighting on the Monday article, which I posted yesterday, I don't trust any move, and I will not try to chase too many altcoins based on their daily and weekly time frame candle, because I don't trust the structure on FOMC week, and I will wait for the candle to close. We can have a nasty surprise where this candle retraces all the way down, and maybe we retest somewhere around here to the mid range. It's possible. It's crypto. Anything, it's probable. So this candle can retrace wholly and close actually in red. Your job is to protect your capital and plan accordingly, not to listen to anyone. All right. So let me take a snippet of this 3 days chart. Uh, so this is the first area, and this would be the second area. Let's leave only one line, because then I'll have too many. Okay. Okay. Then I'll have too many. Okay, so I will go here 79,928 and then 74,000. That would be it. Let me save this one. And now we will start zooming in. We will start zooming in to see what we can find. All right, so let's do this. And now let's go on a lower time frame. Let's put our draw of liquidity. So this one, and this is the previous week high. We are bouncing off the previous week high, if I'm not wrong here. There we go. Let's go 4 hours. Let's look for a potential channel here. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, quite a nice rejection off there. Now let me look at this one. Okay. All right, so we have a nice rejection here of Monday high in confluence with this channel highs. 618. Yeah, we can easily have an AB equals CD pattern here, something like this, and go a little bit higher. That would actually be the play with a FOMC pump locally. Now, if we look at this one, let's take the highs actually and analyze. And that should be fine. So definitely on a low time frame, we can speak about an uptrend here. Yeah, it's no doubt that we can speak about an uptrend, and even the TAG, like Paul was highlighting yesterday, on 15 minutes or 30 minutes, whatever, or 5 minutes, how fast you are, it's pointing up to the upside. But I want to be bullish here? No, because in my books, we are close to the end of the move. It's not worth the risk to reward. All the time when you're hunting a trade, you must think about the risk to reward ratio. Is it worth it or not? Now, if I'd like to hunt a short, the best shorts when you have news are the SFPs. Yeah, best shorts when you got news. Because what they're doing mainly is that they are hunting liquidity. All right, so that's the best shorting opportunity, to put it like that. So we have Asia high and we have two New York PM lows. Now, if I'm thinking about a fast long scalp, maybe another sweep of this equal lows, these two equal lows here, and then for something like this. But I'll try to observe what the price will do. But I do think that if we get a reclaim here, that would be all right to target the highs again. But it's risky, and be careful with the fact that we have a Monday high deviation here. All right, it's really important to see what the price will be doing with that Monday high. Let's get out the daily open, weekly, and monthly open. All right. Now, so mainly if you want to short, I'll look for one here. And hopefully that will happen at the New York opening. Yeah, that would be New York opening. All right. For long, it's quite risky. I don't say it's not possible around here, but it's quite risky. So I'd prefer to wait and observe actually what the market will do here. So that would be my first short that I will be looking forward to. Something around here, maybe targeting this flat bottom candle or something like this. All right, I wanted to post it on the VIP section. Perfect. You in yeah. All right. Now let's get into Ethereum. So Bitcoin, I wouldn't be too much interested right now in anything else than this. Let's look into Ethereum a little bit. Let's delete everything and see what do we have. So Bitcoin is quite clear. Uh, if you want anything from it, I'd think SFU, swing failure pattern, at the New York opening would be a nice opportunity. Then if we look at Ethereum, what I highlighted even yesterday, let's go on Ethereum Bitcoin, is that it's trying something. I have this drawing made 3 weeks. I have this drawing made since where in April 2025, this area. And indeed, what I mentioned about Ethereum Bitcoin is that we are following exactly the same bottoming fractal which we had here. All right, so we have the initial W which stopped the dump, this one. We caused a nice pump, this one. Now what the price needs, it's another sort of a W around here on the other side of the trend line. And that would be the one to push the price here to 0.55. All right, but for the moment, you can see we are hitting resistance. So don't become overly bullish here because we can have something like this, dumps again, and then we confirm a bigger structure, sort of this to be an ABC, and then we go for the next leg. All right. But I do think that we are following exactly the same fractal from the um, previous cycle, to put it like that. But it will take time. It will take time. It will not take 1 week. It will take a lot of time. And the strength which we observed on Ethereum, we can clearly see the reasoning here on we can clearly see here why on Ethereum Bitcoin. All right, but we are hitting resistance right now, so be careful on that one. So having that in mind, let's go back on Ethereum USDT. What I highlighted previously is that somehow Ethereum got out of this range trap, which I highlighted a few months ago. All right, I mentioned this in the Monday article. We can clearly see that Ethereum found the strength to get out of this from this intermediate range. Okay, looking for something like this. I don't think that is not valid. This will be mainly resistance. Yeah, I would prefer honestly to play horizontal ranges and key levels than to play channels on Ethereum. We have lots of things going on. Okay, exactly here. This area will be quite a hard wall for Ethereum. 2511. And if it has a strength, all right, this one, 2620, that would be the area. But as you can see, yeah, in the previous month high, that would be a nice one for a short. So I'm not willing yet to short Ethereum. I have no reasoning yet to short Ethereum. Not yet. I do think that it has a little bit more, what do you call it? Steam. I have a, yeah, there we go. That one should work. And if I'm looking at 0.5 again, okay, that would be it. So what we mainly did, we actually swept the 3-day fair value gap and rejected it. So I'm willing to short here. No, I have no interest to short yet. That's the POC. Main area to short would be 2511 for me. even if I'm looking at this channel, we can see that it's not respecting it anymore. It's trying to get out from it, and what usually does, we need the 0.5. You can do something like this, and we can find this intermediate resistance here on the 0.75 of the channel, or the next one, which would be here. And then the questions, man, I absolutely hate those questions, and I cannot stand them anymore. If you know that it will pump 6%, why don't you buy it now? I have those questions so many times that it's actually disturbing. We might consider that towards mid-end of April. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm trading structure, and I'm looking at the GAN for time-wise stuff. Yeah, we'll be looking into the GAN, into Tau, sorry. So I have absolutely no reasoning, honestly. Let's. I'm a retracement guy. I'm hunting setups at most of the times in my OTE, how the ICT nerds call it. So I'm waiting for my 61.8. I have no reasoning to hunt it here. If you want a trend following, you can use the or you can go with intra trading session. You look for sessions hunting like Asia low here or London low or New York AM, and you try to play SFPs of these lows here. We'll go into Nasdaq and S&P next after we finish with crypto. So right now, I don't see a clear setup. Honestly, we have an M top here, initial rejection. Paul already discussed about that one. It's a 1 hour, yeah, 1 hour trade there. Now I wouldn't chase. It's right in the middle of, yeah, we don't have a 61.8. So not too much reasoning to chase this one. Let's look a little bit at total, because yesterday I posted a chart and lots of people got mad about it. Was a chart where I was highlighting the fact that, all right, Bitcoin might have went ahead of total and showed a little bit more strength. Let's say, let's put it like that. And the structure is a little bit more different on total. So we can have we really need to be careful on total here at 2.65, because it might, Bitcoin might front run or Ethereum might front run some levels just because total or total tree, they hit their point of interest. So for me, 2.65 will be the area where I want to hunt shorts. Until then, I don't have too many confirmations to do so. If we go on the total tree, we can see we are expecting exactly the same range which I was highlighting months ago. Who's following for me for a lot of time is familiar with this chart, and he knows that I highlighted the fact that if the market wants to hold this range, will most likely bounce off the range lows, and if this is a fake out, most likely will reject the trend line here. So we have to be really careful. You can see it's a really pivot point even on total tree. And then the next point, if market wants to pump a little bit, would be this one, 815. Let's put some squiggly wiggly lines. Then let's go on total tree ES. Same stuff. Yeah, we took the equal lows, but right now you can see the price, it's on the wrong side of the trend line, to put it like that, and it's fighting with that area. So I'm not interested to start betting on the fact that it will break out, because you can see each time, all the time when you have a breakout, it will have a retest. So even if we get something like that, everyone will cheer up in a way or another. We'll have a retest, and that's it. That's the point where I'll look for an entry here and here. All right. Okay. Now let's go on others, because I know a lot of people were discussing about it. So on monthly time frame, you can see we have some sort of a W pattern already formed. I know others is not to be used solely in my books. I mean, it's not good to use it as a single charting. You need to use it in Confluence and my USDT like and USDC. And if we look a little bit at others, which I was a thing that I was highlighting yesterday, the same stuff, you can see we are just sweeping this neckline. This is not a confirmed breakout on altcoins, because others is just sweeping the liquidity here, and we can end up with a fake out like we've seen here. So what I want to see, if they want to prove me they're strong, I want to see at least a retest of 197, 194. So something like this, and have a candle close there, and I will beat once we retest, or even a test of 214 and then a retest. Until then, I'm not interested to put my money on the line here. And a lot of people will come and say, but you will lose a move of 10%. Yeah, I'll lose it. It's not a problem. That's the nature of a trader, is to plan in detail and wait. All right. Not to get randomly in setups. So you have to understand that. All right. Okay. Then I cannot rule out the probability of an AMD here, of all this liquidity taken out. Ethereum has the bad behavior of leaving equal lows behind, but altcoins, no. Altcoins, they don't they don't have that behavior. When you see liquidity building up on altcoins, prepare yourself with a setup that's based on a liquidity sweep. Right here we have a 78.6. I can see it with my clear naked eye, and lots of equal lows. So this setup is more than valid. But we need to see how this weekly candle will close. It's very important. As I said previously, I will not give too much weight on a FOMC week trading wise. Others, Bitcoin. What do I have here? I have a channel from the bottom here, and you can see it's trying to hold the channel, but in the same time, we are just battling off with this trend line. So we had so many rejections. We don't have yet a clear structure on the other side of the trend line, so there might still be more time. Now let's look at some shitcoins, which I was highlighting yesterday. In my books here, it was 3 weeks, that one? Yeah, 3 weeks. In my books here, this is a bearish retest on Solana for the moment. I'm not willing yet to short. My main short would come here at 108, 106. This is where I want to short really heavily Solana, or something like this, and then go into the 56, something like that. So not yet interested in short. Maybe if I zoom in, yeah, we have an M top, exactly the same pattern like we had on Ethereum. Doge, I had a long to profit hit. Not too interested in new positions for the moment. I'm interested to hunt 1 month, to hunt a short on Hype soon. But first, I need it in the 61.8. We don't have it yet, so respect it. Let it pump. 44, 48. That's the area where I'm looking forward to. You know, if you go on my timeline back in January, December, I highlighted that I'm buying anything below 20. Yeah, guess what? I've been slightly front run because I had orders here. I did started buying when I saw that we closed above this candle, but not as much as I would have liked. So it is what it is. But if you go and search for my post up there, you will see that I mentioned that anything below 20, it's a good level on high. Okay, let's go. I'll keep S&P and Nasdaq at the last ones because I want to explain the thesis about them. This MFR is just front running for 3 days. Is front running my shorts here. Nothing I can do. I'm just waiting. We have 3 ugly rejections. I'm not interested in anything yet. If I'm getting front run, it's not a problem. I'll just keep it. But I'll try to short somewhere around here, 302. And not only short because I have big bags of Tau. I'll start selling from my spot and then I add back again at 217. Yeah, something like that. So I'll not trail it 30% lower again. But first I need this one to push a little bit higher. 302 and 315.9. This will be my levels for shorting Tau. What do we have here? One already played out. This one I took partials and seems like it's back at entry. This one take profit hit perfectly. If you remember, I did post this one. I think I posted for public in the last, I framed them together with you in the last Tuesday live trading session. Here I was looking for this SFP. I had a 4-hour confirmation here, but seems like market said higher. That's it. It followed perfectly my squiggly wiggly line until this point, but I still think, here I took my loss, but I still think this week will be retested. I don't know. It's just my too stupid sense, but be careful with this SFP here. You can see already rejecting. And this area is where I want to start bidding some, what's this, Litecoin, 47.5. I don't think it will front run that area. So I'm still willing to look for some shorts around here because the risk to reward is damn good. Put it up here. AR, I discussed yesterday about it. Looks quite well. What's this? XPL, FAX. Well, FAX is just consolidating, which I like here at the range lows. It has the same structure like uh, Zen, I think. Yeah, Zen. Because this one I made good money in the last 3 years by just bidding here the range lows. So Zen has a really nice characteristic here that whenever you're starting to bid a really nice deep discount area, you have easily the chance for a sell half on a double. So you can actually double some well risk managed capital. And I already have a bag from around $6. Not interesting. This one, there you go. Let's speak a little bit about Bitcoin dominance. So I still expect to have the same fractal, which I explained previously around here. I have no idea when, but it's ranging definitely. And we are just sitting inside this 2020, September 2020 range. So as long as we hold this 58, 57% dominance, yeah, key horizontal, I still think there's more room for the upside. All right. We discussed about others total. We discussed about Bitcoin. So once again, here you can see, right, this is a different chart. We can see clearly that the price is having some problems here. If we speak range-wise, all right, with this April 2025 low, it's having some problems getting past it. Who knows? Maybe the issue will be solved in the next days after the FOMC. Sorry, let me drink some water. Today I'm not in my water, so put it like that. I woke up with back pain and neck pain. Sorry. I see Paul posted the retest on Fjord. Nice W there. Well, with proper risk management, one can easily make a sell half on a double on that one. Aster, holy moly, this coin wants to test my patience. I'm a really patient man. I became really patient in time from 4 or 5 years of doing this, became patient, but holy moly, this motherfucker is just consolidating since 1 month ago. I just want my AMD so I can buy some Aster. I want to look for something like this. This is the setup which I'm forward to, but it's not moving. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Paul has to call CZ. Give CZ a call and tell him to move the coin. But it's not moving. It's not moving at all. Dash, I'm still in a long in this one, underwater. Lean, what a trade. What a trade. Be careful here for a nice long. Be careful here. What the fuck happened here? 5 minutes. Well, not bad. Look at this one, Paul. Monday low taken. Nice W. Eyes on lean. 5 minutes. We took all the liquidity. The restore is damn good. The restore is damn good. Whatever, let's put this one. Yeah, Aster, I wait that one for 1 month, I showed you. It's crazy. They're just not moving the coin. Okay. I think someone asked me, I'll go to request. Didn't I spoke about FET yet? Because I know I have it here. We'll speak about S&P and Nasdaq soon. So FET, I said I'll wait for a retest here at 1709. I don't want to become too bullish now because you can see we are just hitting resistance here. So this area is actually a really shortable. Sweep the Monday high into this resistance, and then you can actually look to take some profits if you're already long. But I know a lot of people are getting interested because they want to chase this one. I mean, so altcoins, they are dumping for 8 months and then they pump a little bit and everyone chasing them. This is the recipe for disaster because altcoins, they are actually playing with your emotions. So they go sideways and not sideways actually, dumping for 1 year, 2 years. So minus 80%, minus 90%. They pump 20 to 30% and everyone is buying the pump. That's the really retarded thing because people are actually chasing the green candles. So when I short, I usually short a green candle. When I long, I usually long a retracement, meaning a red candle. At least this would be the easiest thing that you should remember when you want to trade. Never try to chase a green candle. Okay, now let's speak a little bit about SMP, USDT, really important one here. So this MFR, I was looking at an AMD yesterday. I did had it. I did had the AMD triggered. I did took partials here on my positions, but then it just went lower and lower and lower. At the moment, what I would be looking forward to is actually maybe a retest of 6.76. That would also push Ethereum and Bitcoin to my short points of interest. Weekly time frame, daily, yeah, we have DMs here structurally, and first area of resistance would be around here. Yeah, that would be the main area. Let me check USDC dominance. Rejected off 3.42. Now I think it should find support somewhere around here. at 2.95. Now let's go on S&P and Nasdaq. This has been a pain in the ass to trade lately. Yesterday I was live with the VIP members, and Andrea took a nice trade here on this third drive. He took 1, 2, 3, and then took a long exactly here on this reclaim. Was a really nice one. Swept the high, took profits, but it's a seek and destroy, as you can see. Yeah, as I explained also in the Monday article, we have a seek and destroy pattern where what they're doing is actually they are seeking for the liquidity of the other session. All right, so if we zoom in a little bit here, then you can presumably short an Asia high sweep or even a New York PM sweep here, and then long an Asia low sweep or even this stacked lows here. So that's how you play a seek and destroy. But that requires 5 minutes trading, and I know not too many people are able to trade 5 minutes. I know a lot of people are interested in trading 15 minutes. Now, if we go on high time frame, you'll observe that it's looking quite heavy. So if we take everything out, you'll see that we had a gap here, and it's looking like a fishing rod with a heavy, yeah, you have a big heavy fish here, which is trying to escape. Yeah, you get the idea. So this fish will try to put the traditional market down a little bit. And then if we look from a channel perspective, we can clearly observe that 38.2, which is not something that you should be scared of, a 38.2 retest would actually make sense. Would be a logical move from the market, right? Nobody likes my fish. Damn, more than 140 people and nobody likes my fish. So I still have the hedge shorts from this area and this one. On Nasdaq, I have 25,000, and I'm still looking for lower. But then I'm thinking, okay, everyone turned bullish on crypto, but if actually S&P triggers what we see here, and we see a dump of 10% in the traditional market, 7% plus minus, and we see this in traditional market, what do you think will happen with crypto? Will hold? I know a lot of people, they say, damn, sorry. Um, they'll say, well, decorrelation, we just decorrelated from S&P and Bitcoin will go higher. I don't trust in that crap. That's a narrative for the public. Bitcoin will follow S&P. And then if we look at the same stuff here on Nasdaq, we'll observe exactly the same stuff. Yeah, and we have the 38.2, and it's falling exactly in the same spot. So plan didn't change. I still think that S&P and Nasdaq will dump. Uh, Actually, 1 week ago, I think I discussed about the potential AMD. If market wants to be schizophrenic, or I don't know how to call it, if markets want to be in a high time frame seek and destroy profile, what they will do something like this. I don't know, here Trump will be the king of the world, and then we'll get something like this. And then we have the seek and destroy high time frame pattern, and we get the retest which I was speaking about. Yeah, it's highly probable that this will happen. I was even discussing with Otto this aspect, which Otto is trading heavily traditional market and gold. But this MFR, it really shows, I guess, US 500, 100 really looks like wants to bounce off this area. We'll see. Both scenarios are valid, and I'll try to long here, honestly. I'll not start shorting. I'm not retarded. I try to short at range highs. I took this 25,300 short, and I have one here, 25,800. I publicly said that I start to hedge short for a tap of 22,000. Now, if the market goes into this lows at 24,000, I'll start looking for longs around here and potentially look for an AMD play to the upside. It's there. Yeah, we can get into a megaphone in the summer where, summertime. We are not there yet. We need about 2, 3 more months. Yeah, but it's probable. All right. So that's it with my random TA. Now, what I want to do is actually go on Twitter and take the requests from people. I have a question about Say. Let's go Say. Holy guacamole. So this one actually went all the way down to the listing price. Fuck me. You know, well, it's good that now I realize it's good that Paul doesn't have we don't have this one monetized. Uh, do I have any exchange with more history than Binance? But that one should be it. I mean, the listing price on Binance, I'm fine with that one. Yeah, I'm fine with that one. So actually, it's in a very damn good location. Damn good location from Say side. And then if we speak about the 10 by 10 candle, we can actually play an internal liquidity range. We have a W there. Who knows? Maybe we are lucky. Let's put the stop loss on the negative. That's crazy. Yeah, it does look like a setup with that daily W there. I didn't look if we have any divergence. Let me check. OBV. I don't look into them too frequently because I'm not really interested. But no, just made a lower low here. Yeah, on RSI we have something all the way down here. So RSI might say that, okay, I'm tired, boss. Start dumping, stop dumping. So that one could work if you want to go 0.5, put on it. Let me dump it in the altcoin setups on the VIP. SUI. Let's look at this MFR. For me, SUI is not yet ready because we got under this resistance line and I'm still waiting for 0.62. So it's not looking that good as say it's looking. We have resistance here at 1.1. So even if we try to pump it a little bit, I do think that the markets will hit the fan, hit the ceiling, sorry. Yeah. So someone asked about ORAI coin. Not bad, not bad. Daily W's, another one, not looking bad. But I would wait for a retest. I wouldn't chase. I would wait for a retest around here, 0.44. Okay, I'm reading the AXS is the most erratic chart that I've seen. It's not yet where I like it. I want a retest of this area here, 91. I'm not a big fan of how it's looking, honestly. I wouldn't chase it. Tao short, I explained it where. Inju, injective, man, I didn't heard about injective in years. I'm not checking, I'm not taking requests here. You have to go on the post, which I put in the comments for request. All right, let me put it once again. So, all right, the ones who are here and didn't manage to comment or like, please go to this post, like, comment, retweet, and post your request, please. All right. We'll check. We'll check that one too. So injective, holy guacamole, man. Ugh, I have bad memories with this one. Location-wise, yeah, we tap the W here, but I think it needs more time. I don't see a button for it on injective, and even if we look from a trend line point of view, we are not yet on the other side of a trend line. I know some people will show you logarithmic stuff like this and say buy or something. No, it's not for me. It's not yet on the right side of a trend line. We took the list, the 10 by 10 week. Yeah, we took it. Professor asked me for Anna. Anna, man, you don't know how many times I tried when I was trading, I think 2024, how many times I was trying to trade this one and unsuccessfully. But investing wise, it starts to look all right. What I like the fact that it starts to put around bottom. What do we need? It's actually, so this is the external low. This is the lower high, which created the lower low. So basically what we need is actually put a higher low here, and then we can look for a discount entry like here. That would be my preferred setup, to put it like that. For the moment, it's consolidating. I wouldn't take this as a double bottom, more like a range for the moment because we took the high and just dumping. But it's promising. It's promising. We need these round bottoms to form. And this usually is the climax point where the sellers are stopping, like the seeding and stuff like that. And we have an M top on Bitcoin. Okay, let's go back to comments. Stefan was behind FTX. What the fuck? Ake says, well, you asked about 4 hours. 4 hours? 4 hours we might play something. So if we speak about this internal range, I might look for something like this on 4 hours. Yeah. Yeah, that's not looking bad. Let's throw it in the VIP. Okay. Then you asked about Fartcoin. Oh my God. What do you want from it? Let it be. Maybe 1.0.16, maybe. I don't like the location. I don't like anything on it. Okay, not too many requests. Yeah, well, people, I do think they are bored of altcoins. They had enough. In GBTC, well, it's useless for me to look on injective Bitcoin if I don't see anything interested in injective normal one. Yeah, it's looking bad, injective Bitcoin. You don't see anything that says beat me. Look at this one. So it's looking really bad. Even if you treat this one like a range. I don't know, let's see, maybe some stronger ones. There you go. This one had some sign of strength here, or Tau BTC, let's say. Yeah, look at Tau BTC, all right? This is the short which I pointed out back in November 2025, where everyone was calling a breakout. And now if you ask me where I will try to add more Tau, it will be here and here. Look how well this random lines were respected. I'm waiting for something like this. But we injected Bitcoin? Damn me, I don't see anything. Maybe I'm blind. I think I'm blind actually. Doge and XPL. Doge. So Doge, we discussed about it earlier. I had a long. Now I was trying for some other stuff here. I do think that a limit order around here would be a nice one on Doge. I think we have a local bottom with this week here, and we can actually look for the highs. Let's pause this one too. And XPL. XPL. This is Plasma, I think. Plasma. What the heck do I have here? What's this trend line? Man, whenever I'm changing the time frame, my trend lines are, I think I need to lock them to remain there. Okay. And there, whatever. What I like about XPL is that it started to stop dumping. So we have a clear sign that the selling pressure is decelerating. Now, honestly, I don't like all this liquidity at the lows. I don't like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lows. One might say it's bullish, but when I speak about altcoins, I don't know if they are bullish. AVE, AWE. Oh, wow. That's not bad. It's looking like a nice rounding bottom here, like we had here, like we had here. But what I would wait is for something like this. Flush everything on AWE. And now you'll tell me, oh my God, you're bearish. No, I wanted to pump from here. Why you want a retracement? These are the messages that I'm getting. Why are you bearish? So if I put the fact that I'm a greedy goblin and I want a discount entry, they call me bearish if I want something like this. Yeah, I like this one. Man, I have a back pain. Oh my God, I need to take something. If I wasn't in my best form, I'm sorry. That's why. So let's see what Paul is saying or the price or the VIP guys. Okay. Sebastian, it's man, how many setups I have from my students? Oh my God. Tommy, Sebastian, Andrea. Oh, I have some setups there. I need to look on. Well, that would be it from my side. I don't know if I missed anything else, but I don't want you guys to trade too much. I was even speaking with people the other day. See me on call that we are not trading to make money. Like really, yeah. Think that we really don't want to make money. Think that we sit and watch the charts uh, go up and down without a setup just for the sake of it. We want to generate some profits and take some trades, but there is no setup that we can take with a pretty high probability. So you have to understand how you have to make the difference between being in a trade 24/7 and trying and burning your capital like crazy, or just focusing on proper setups. Well, you're requesting, but you're not requesting where you should request. I said that all the requests will be taken only from the comments posted on Twitter. I said this one 100 times, but I'll make, I don't know if I want to make an exception because then everyone, but no, I'll take it, but I'll not do that again. So seems like we rejected the random line here, 10.54. I'm not looking to chase this one. I do think that in the end, all the altcoins will do something like this. I'm not chasing anything on altcoins. I do think all of them will do something like this eventually. Link, same stuff, not interested. Yeah, we might say that we have some nice fat W's, but then if you look, I think we stopped from the downtrend channel. I think it's on the other side. Let me check. And yeah, we are getting out from the downtrend channel. So I don't know. I like, yeah, maybe. So you can see here a little dump. Now let's look at this one, this one. So a slight front run of 61.8 before a pump. I do think we can see something like this. So 8.34, that would be a good area before we hit a 12. Okay, I think I'll take a break. I'll go to pharmacy to take something for my back. Um, Now you'll ask me what trades. Let's make a little review, overview, what trades you will take. I'll tell you. Mainly, I'll try to protect my capital. Uh, I'll focus on having the patience and not taking too many trades here because there's no really big opportunity. Have the patience. And then low time frame, yes, you can scalp at the New York opening. Maybe if we get a swing failure, that could work, but not more than that. All right. Learn to have patience. Damn it. Sailor just bought 1.5 billion of Bitcoin. What now? Just bought again at an average of 70,000. Yeah. Seems like Sailor bought again. That's good. All right. Having that said, please protect your capital. Let's see if we get a sweep of the highs at the New York session. I do think we'll get one. That would be the only trades that I will take. So SFP of the pivot highs, uh, like I highlighted here. Until then, have patience. Don't burn your capital. Money in your pocket, it's 10 times better than money on the line when you have no clear system. So have patience with this OMC. All right. Thank you very much. See you guys. Bye bye.